Hello guys and welcome to another solo leveling arise video. In this one I would like to showcase Beast Baek in some areas. In some he's good and some he's bad and others probably not required. But I will showcase them anyway just to have a documentation of where he would be good and where he would be bad. I am using him with Solid Foundation and Berserker. I do believe that he's, depending on the gameplay that you're going to use him on, you might prefer other sets. I do think that one hit kill might be quite good for him, but I don't have a good enough gear to gear him this way. So I'm using Solid Foundation, and the gameplay that I'm using with him, I believe, matches with the sets. Also on this side, I do believe that there's an alternative, which is the expert set, but I don't think you will be doing many basic attacks to maybe even out this sort of thing. Like, you're not going to use him in a way that is going to be that he's going to do so many basic attacks that will outweigh the 30% damage increase. At least I have not seen this, so I have decided to actually prefer the Berserker set. And yeah, Solid Foundation, because I do mostly a lot of basic attacks and core attacks. So I will be showing, like I said, some clips, or well, some gameplay where I am using him in how most hunters are being used. Okay, so let's see the clips. The best thing, in my opinion, from Beast Baek is his support skill. 20% attack buff is something that no other character has, and it's a big increase in damage. There is a con though, so when you use Beast Baek's buff, you also have 10% more damage. So it might sound like a dangerous con, but usually on hard levels, you will not want to get hit. Maybe there will be a point where you will face levels where if you get hit once you die. Maybe that could be a possibility, and in that case you might not want to use him, but for most levels he does provide very good benefit, especially on levels where your CC is lower and you receive this damage penalty. Receiving a 20% attack buff might even things out a little bit. You can combine things not only with Baek, but you can also use things like Men or Lee Bora's damage increase buff to even out the odds of this CC disadvantage. So the advantage of Beast Baek's buff is not only to increase your damage, but it's also to help you with CC disadvantage, which is something that a defensive mechanism might not help you as much. Like, for example, Seo's support skill. So if I were to be in a state where I need support skills that will help me with damage, Beast Baek would be one of the first in my mind. For power of destruction, the problem with Beast Baek is that, well, there are several problems, but the first one is the dragon is bleed immune. So that means that the damage increases that Beast Baek gets will not be applied with the bleed. And also, the HP loss of Beast Baek is quite big, so eventually there will be no way of, well, let's say, saving him, because he's just going to be losing HP a lot, and it will eventually come to be that any hit from the dragon will kill him. So using him is so optimal. Unfortunately, we don't have many DPSs yet, but hopefully we get better with time, but Beast Baek is not one of them. For Battlefield of Trials, he is quite good. Unfortunately, we don't have many DPSs for the later stages, so things like Choi are very good and Seo, but the rest are pretty lackluster. So maybe Kang could be another DPS, but Beast Baek is a very good one. So if you pair him with Min and Lee Bora, he can have quite decent damage output, especially in the latest stages of Battlefield of Trials for hunters in specific. Obviously, since he is a really good support skill, he would be good on both with Sun Jin Woo and also with hunters. But in here, I want to focus on the hunters one. His gameplay, though, it's a risky kind of gameplay. Yeah, so you will not see a lot of, well, you will see decent damage from him when he doesn't have low HP, but when he has low HP is where he excels, and that's how you would want to play him. So when you are trying to clear a stage, you will just want to reduce his HP as much as possible and then just try to survive from there by doing extreme evasions and trying to do as much damage as possible. So in the case of Cerberus, he can clear the stages. The problem is that I doubt that there will be people with not having a Seo Ascension 1 in their roster if they're able to pull, let's say, what I have, which is an A7 a Beast Baek. But I'm just showing it as a viable option. So in case that you are one of the unluckiest people in the world and didn't get an A1 Seo within, let's say, 300 multis or maybe 400 multis, then yeah, Beast Baek is an option for Cerberus. And if you have the buff already, so the 3-star clearance, then it's even easier. But I do doubt that you can get the 3-star clearance without Seo. So, but either way, he can clear tier 7, which is quite nice. And the tier 8 I also cleared, but I didn't want to showcase tiers 8 with 50% buff because that would be, unfair, because it's just too high of a buff. But anyway, yeah, he's an alternative. Not the first option, but it's not like before where it was only Seo. Well, so those were the clips that I wanted to show. I hope that you enjoyed them. Finally, I will show his stats. So as you can see, he has more HP than attack right now. I will show also most of his substats. He doesn't have a lot of critical rate, but given his buffs, he can reach 60 to 70% quite easily, maybe even 80%. The critical hit damage is okay-ish, but I'd have noticed that giving him a certain amount of HP is quite beneficial for him living. Also, weapons that are level 100 give a certain benefit, so this is also lacking here. If I had him on level 100 weapon, then it would be even more damage output. And also, well, here, but this one is not such a big difference. As for the skills, I have him all on level 4. I do believe that only the basic attacks require to be leveled up. This one you don't need to. This one is good to level up. I would level this up. And then the ultimate. As for the QT and the special skill, maybe the QT I would have more preference. The special skill is, I would use it much more for the damage. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Beast Baek showcase. Let me know what you guys think in the comment descriptions. If you guys want any sort of testing regarding Beast Baek, let me know. And yeah, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.